Salve a tutti ragazzi e ragazze. Quest'oggi siamo su Alan Wake 2, un gioco horror molto simile a Resident Evil. Questo gioco può essere molte volte intrippante e anche confuso, però fino alla fine andremo a scoprire la storia di Saga e Alan Wake. Saga, un agente dell'FBI, e Alan Wake, uno scrittore scomparso da 13 anni. Ci saranno delle belle, tra scene divertenti e non, molto horror, anche creepy. Ma direi di non perderci in parole e di cominciare questa avventura horror, ragazzi.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Scusami. Cioè, per tutti gli inizi che potevamo avere, possiamo partire con un tipo nudo con la ciola di fuori. Top gioco, miglior gioco secondo me. Poi guardate intorno, vabbè, questo l'ho già capito. È un gioco horror, ragazzi, quindi affrontarlo. Queste persone mi hanno visto. Questo tipo vede un tipo con il ciola di fuoco. Me! Cosa bisbigliarmi nell'orecchio? Chi è lo stronzo? Magari mi ha insultato la madre nella sua lingua. Non voglio più giocare, basta. Fa paura. Mock. Perché gioco sti giochi a quest'ora io? Vabbè, quello mi continua a parlare nell'orecchio. Non è divertente. Ah, premi per scattare, left shift. Ma porca Oh, ma non è divertente sto. Fa culo. È la terza volta che quarta, scusate, che mi prendo un jumpscare e non è manco iniziato il gioco. Il primo anzi in realtà 5, perché il primo jumpscare è il tipo nudo. Fa paura. Ha la ciola di fuori questo. Ma basta. No. Porca troia. Che start, ragazzi, che start. Cominciamo col Alan Wake 2. Nel caso non lo sapevate. È un reminder. Metti un porretta.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry.
Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too.
Ah,
And say
io...
hi to Casey.
Vabbè,
Tell
quando
her to
finisce
stop brooding
l'animazione.
so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Invito. Beh, possiamo dire che ufficialmente stiamo giocando in modo serio e non con tipo con la ciola di fuori. Cosa importante. M mappa. Ok, c'è stato un momento in cui era... Vabbè. Parcheggio.
I think
Hey there, Agent
Salve lei.
Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Sì, controlli io il personaggio. Sono io che comando qui.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
No, pochino solo.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Ma dire direttamente che era tolto il cuore fuori dal corpo era troppo complicato? A quanto pare sì.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took him back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Ok, gracias. Allora, penso che il cadavere sia... Penso che il cadavere sia il tipo che abbiamo visto all'inizio. Vabbè. Avete capito cosa è successo a quel tipo? Devo andare a sinistra, a destra? Boh. Non lo so. Passiamo per la strada. Devo prendere il caso.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Ah, che quindi in sostanza siamo nella sua mente e qua possiamo risolvere il caso.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Il tabellone del caso è una tecnica mentale che permette a Saga, che in italiano significa anche altro, non è un nome, cioè è anche un nome a quanto pare, analizzare gli indizi e fare proseguire l'indagine. Vabbè, quello che avevamo capito. WASD per spostarti. Ah, vabbè, mouse per ingrandire. Usare per muovere. Ok, puoi usare il controllo. Ora puoi consultare liberamente il tabellone del caso, uscire premendo S. Vabbè. Poi vabbè, sono le ex vittime. Questo l'ho già visto come persona. Vabbè. Questo. Hanno cioè delle foto del cadavere, a quanto pare. Tatuaggi per molti. Vabbè. Interessante.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started.
Ah, non metti il gioco in pausa.
You putting me in charge. Why now?
Molto spazio per togliere il coso. Questa ha deciso di fare schivate tattiche.
You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Che ne so io.
Fucking nature.
No.
Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Dio, i naturalisti mi ti ammazzano. Comunque l'ambientazione è incredibile.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
General Store. Emporio.
Hey!
Ehi,
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
ok. Vediamo un po' il cadavere.
FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
He's joking.
Ma va.
Just see this body, shall we?
Per l'illustrazione del
This is the scene
crimine.
of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining Augusta Bonner. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Ma posso zoomare? O tipo
Body is
mirare?
positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Probabile. Come no? Allora, posizionare l'immagine chiave sul tabellone nel caso genera una nuova linea di indagine. Ok. Ah, coerente con gli omicidi precedenti. Ok, quando posizioni l'immagine chiave viene generata una nuova domanda. Gli obiettivi sono visibili sul tabellone nel caso di obiettivi control. Vabbè, l'obiettivo per l'illustrazione del crimine, questo sapevamo già. Delle volte le parole me ne vanno a fanculo. Comunque, coerente con gli obiettivi, scopriamolo. Ok, vabbè, lasciamo stare. Ah no, cos'è? C'era qualcosa? Sì.
Step 1. Examine the corpse. The
Ah.
killer left the heart right next to the body.
Cuore.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Vabbè.
Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Ok. Oh, come sistema
Heart removed
semplice.
from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Ok, hanno iniziato una risolta la domanda aperta e sbloccato la deduzione. Avanzando nell'indagine sbloccherei nuove domande, aggiornando gli obiettivi. Ok, vittima, assassini. Puoi controllare gli obiettivi aggiornando premendo con. Vabbè, me l'hai detto anche prima. Scopri di più sulla vittima, scopri di più sull'assassino. Ok. Ok.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Per dopo, ok.
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display. Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Ok, confusione. Segui i passaggi, lavati le mani, tira fuori il pollo dal frigo, fai un pisolino. Simboli, non è a numeri. Ok, qua ce ne sta uno, lì ce ne sta un altro.
Be right back.
Lo dici quando ce ne siamo andati un po'? E per usare la torcia di Saga. Un simbolo. 2 simboli.
Hey
Un po'
there, Mr.
tanti simboli.
Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
C'è un altro qua. Un altro qua. Ci sono troppi, fra ne servono 3, non 42. Cari intrusi, voglio darvi un avvertimento. Dicono che il lago sia una caldera, qualcosa formato da un vulcano in eruzione, delle vortigini create da esso. Ma se non fosse così, se fosse qualcos'altro, qualcosa di meno naturale, più artificiale, di intenzionale, dico che il lago non si è formato, ma è stato progettato e che ha uno scopo. E niente. Il lago è un nascondiglio sotto la superficie, calma, c'è un macchinario segreto pronto per essere attivato Pressione di un pulsante. Chi ha accesso al pulsante si trova in quella grossa casa vicino al lago e si prepara, lo sento. Primo disegno, linea di galleggiamento. La vera caldera è stata creata da un vulcano, lava. Secondo disegno, linea di galleggiamento, struttura attrezzata, strani macchinari. Ok, strano. E strani visitatori, sembra che sappia che siamo qua. Questa cosa è un po' creepy. Perché? Vabbè. Poi intrusi, vuol dire polizia, se lo so. Vabbè. Interessante questa cosa, interessante. Però io qua non trovo indizi,
Hide the truth from the average Joe? Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Va bene. Posso parlare con voi? Ah sì, la vittima è stata
Any
identificata.
idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale. Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Ok. Tu inizi parlando con le persone ed esaminando l'ambiente.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Ok. È successo dopo il licenziamento.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Ok. Hai scoperto di più sulla vittima? Sì.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Ok. Controlla per l'inventario. Cosa? Ok, però mi dà anche gli obiettivi, ecco quello lì. Scopri di più sull'assassino.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why
Non saprei.
here? Why now?
E l'hanno tenuto per 13 anni. Veniva da?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Sono scomparso.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake.
Al lago che non è
It's
un lago.
dark.
Buio.
He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert
Lui?
Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Lui chi?
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't
Okay.
some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Ok, un po' criptico comunque.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more.
Si sceglie di più, lol.
Kind of creepy though.
Non ha senso, vabbè. Ho tagliato.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Ok.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way.
Ah, posso leggere il documentale come? Così. Avevano scritto direzione. La
I found
pagina.
a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. I see. I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too
Cambia
late.
colore.
I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Ok. Abbiamo una scorciatoia.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Comunque in sostanza è un po' un tutorial per capire come si gioca. Allo stesso tempo dà un po' di trama, lore al gioco, quindi ci può stare. Infatti è molto cauto, infatti io so che comunque si combatte, si ammazza mostri, un po' la Resident Evil, ma un po' diverso da Resident Evil comunque, non può essere identico. Quindi se vi piace Resident Evil questo è il gioco fatto da voi, fatto apposta per voi.
And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Ha senso. Ha effettivamente senso. Comunque dopo che ci hanno fatto prendere 50 jumpscare di fila ci fanno fare sta parte chill, troppo chill. Qualcosa mi dice che poi a un certo punto ci devono cagare in mano potentemente.
Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I
Ok.
can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
C'è stato un momento in cui si è un po' intappata a parlare, ma non ha problemi come.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Delle visite col caffè.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care. How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much.
Ma tutto a posto?
Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it at Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Vabbè. Tutto a posto. Non lo so.
Dear. Cute.
Cosa? Ah, questo. Ah, Hodi.
About some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Ma comunque mi ha preso un caffè che non mi ha dato.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy
Si
and
chiamano
he's Ed.
libri comunque.
Oh, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So
Mi
are
seguono?
we being charged
Ah, mi
with
seguono.
anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not
Scusami Karen.
charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here
Alan
was down
Wake,
at the lake getting some details.
scrittore.
Perfectly legal.
Scopriamo qualcosa di grande perché il nome si chiama Alan Wake e non siamo per niente Alan Wake, quindi una persona.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks.
Pari.
They would
Vabbè, questo si è
tear into the
inventato.
naked guy with knives, like some kind of
Ecco.
satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Qui c'è stato quel flash. Ok. F casi per gli omicidi pericolosi. Profilo dell'assassino. Caso
We're
chiuso.
dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Se sei contenta tu. I book, i libri.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is two triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Ok.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear friends.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose.
Sciocchina.
You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Ma io con la figlia ci ho parlato all'inizio quando caricava. O comunque c'era la macchina lì. Con i nomi lì. Va bene. Ah, posso parlarci?
So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious, but soon enough there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Non riconosceremo nessuno. Interessante. Oh, è finito? Posso parlare ancora con lui? Non credo. Che cazzo?
A cult murdering a man is pretty extreme. Why didn't you tell the police what you saw?
We did. We told those two idiot deputies. They didn't listen. And they wanted to throw Ed and I in jail for that murder. You know, Bright Falls is just Alabama with bigger trees.
This is my case now, and no one is throwing you in jail. If you need anything else, just come to me.
Kiss.
Got it.
Brava, adesso che era in calmati. Ah. Cos'è sta roba? Ma che cazzo? Vabbè.
Rest easy, buddy.
Non so perché c'è la funzione di accarezzare cervi. E poi il cervo mi sa che è un po' simbolo di stroco, perché il cervo appare a inizio con quella... col cervo messo nell'acqua, così. Ah, mappa. Cosa ci serve? Così vediamo la zona.
Can't open this with my bare hand.
Ok, quindi in sostanza non c'è nulla qua. Interessante. Ok. Però abbiamo preso sulla mappa. Quello che serviva era la mappa in sostanza. Ok. Posso parlare ancora con questa? No. Non penso che ci sia altre persone con cui parlare.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Let's
Look,
go see.
I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult.
La gang del bosco in sostanza.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. She always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Okidoki. Annotato.
Hey,
Via dell'obitore.
Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
C'è la qualifica per fare autopsia?
Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
Troppo calmo questo gioco comunque. Veramente è troppo calmo, non va bene, è un horror. Dovrebbe essere un horror, non va bene qualcosa.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Eh?
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
È apparso un tipo di colore e è sparito. Ma che cazzo?
What the hell?
It was at this moment that he knew.
he fucked up.
Questo gioco comunque. Veramente è troppo calmo, non va bene, è un horror.
Oh merda, c'ho la men saltato. Ad occhi chiusi sembrava altro comunque. C'ho la men alla riscossa.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
Tieni giù le mani. Che cazzo t'ho fatto? Cazzo di Cholaman.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Prova a restare nella luce per non farti individuare dai nemici. Ok. E lì fra.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
I rifugi sicuri ripristano parte della tua salute. Se esci da un rifugio sicuro o attacchi da esso durante il combattimento diventerà temporaneamente non disponibile.
Gotta move. Now.
Ok. C'è una tipo morta. GG. Pure dato a casa. Ma crepa.
Vanished.
Questo primo piano sulla faccia è un po'. Fine del capitolo. Merda ragazzi, ma mi piace.